It's definitely a disaster in here, and it's really time for me to like get it together. I just have so many things, like even just like scheduling wise and like mentally, that I really need to get together. Like, ciao y'all and welcome to Making Musician. It's me, your host Helen, and your co-host Mendelsohn, who will not stop screaming unless I'm holding him. So here he is. All right, it's time for the August reset. I feel like every month when I do a reset, I get on here and I'm like, it was just such a hard month. It was such a crazy month. Anyways, so yeah, hopefully the upcoming month will be a little bit less of an absolute dumpster fire. So to start us off, what I did is I went in Canva and I made myself a nice little template for my reset so that I could be as organized as possible about this, because I just don't have a ton of time. Like, I don't have a ton of time and a ton of energy to put towards this. The cat has something in the corner he's very interested in. It's a lizard. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I took a break and I went to the gym. I got most things, like honestly, I got all the things that I was dreading cleaning done, so that's good. Like all the clothes I had to put away, which was a shocking amount of clothing. Like, I know that I'm like, I traveled and I got back at like maybe the beginning of this month. But let me tell you, okay, there was still clothing that needed to be put away from that trip. Like, I get home and I clean it, and then I just hate putting away laundry, so then I don't put it away, and then it's overwhelming. So that all got put away, which thank God, because it was really like ruining my life. So that and the kitchen were like the two things that I was like, I don't feel like doing this. So now that that's out of the way, I really have done most of the cleaning that I really was not looking forward to, which is totally great. So I think all I'm gonna do now is just like vacuum everything. I did some vacuuming already and then it died, so some more vacuuming. And then like just set a 20-minute timer and like put just the rest of the stuff that's out away and wipe down all of the surfaces. And I'm gonna do that after I have a little bit of dinner and maybe like hang out with my cat for a second. Let me show you what he's doing, because this is ridiculous. Okay, all right. Trying to look like a little bit less sweaty and chaotic and grimy, but I did just go to walk and it's like 115 outside, so forgive me. All right, y'all, this was like a good month for my goals. I'll say that I already took some of the stuff off the board, but there's like maybe one or two things that need to get taken off. But I'm so psyched about like July. July was great. July was amazing for goals. So this is ridiculous, but I bought my flexible savings hold that I wanted to buy. I was super putting it off. I don't know why. It just, well, I know why. It like really freaks me out not having access to my money for 6 months, but I think it's great. Like, I bought it for 6 months with the intention of doing another set of 6 months. And it's like, I'm getting paid to not spend money. It's amazing. So that I bought, which I'm really happy about. I have plans to get like a different savings account that has a better APY percentage. APY percentage? That's redundant. Anyways, that has a better APY, but I am actually waiting because I get like an incentive if I put in a certain amount. So I'm like making sure I save that amount and then I put it in, because I just put like all of my money in this flexible savings hold certificate, whatever it is. So that was cool. Also, I read 2 books this month, which I have a goal of reading 10 this year, which seems really low. But honestly, I love reading, and as much as I love to read, it's just not always possible for me to like completely prioritize that. So things like audiobooks help me a lot, but yeah, I got 2 books read, which was super sick. So actually I already crossed off one, but I have one more that I need to cross off. So let's do that. Oh, okay, I've read 6 books this year so far. We're like halfway through the year, so we're on track with that, which is amazing. What else? Oh, I went to the gym for the first time in July, which is awesome. So there was like a thing that was like go to the gym once, ripped off, amazing. Do we have anything else? Oh yeah, duh, 30 days of sight reading is done, so that's cool. Amazing. And then actually in July I started taking lessons. So the things with lesson swaps and also like taking a certain number of lessons with a specific teacher are both coming off because I don't need to do this anymore because I found something else that's like equivalent and better. So let's take those off. There are some things that I haven't really made like any progress towards, so I do need to work on those, like notably working on my French. I have done none of it. I have done nothing. So that needs to maybe become a focus soon so that I can stay on track with that. And then other things like taking a dance class and taking a self-defense class, I have not done anything with that yet. This month is gonna be a little bit chaotic and hectic, so I think that I'm not gonna shoot for that this month. I'm gonna shoot for that next month. One of the big things that I do have on there is like just doing like a huge declutter. And so this month, one of the things that I'm doing, I have this white bag, and my rule is every week the white bag needs to get full of things that are either getting like thrown out or donated. So I have it pretty much full for this week, but I'm going to go through and see if I can just fill it up the rest of the way and get rid of some things. Okay, so now I think it is time to just like do some reflecting on what I want to do in the month of August, all the things that I want to like achieve, get done, how I want to feel this month, any like shifts that I need to make, and I think that reflecting on these things that I have taped to my fingers will be a really great start. So here goes that. I go through phases with journaling, and I know it's really good for me, but when life gets big and scary and overwhelming, aka when I need to journal the most, is usually when I find that I stop journaling. And I just haven't been doing it all that much recently. Things are going on that I don't really feel like examining in my life, which basically just means that there's kind of a lot of chaos going on behind the scenes. Which is probably a sign that I need to journal, but you know what, nobody's perfect. I love taking down the things from my board and taping them into my journal and then writing about them. I learn so much from every one of these milestones, and it's a really great way to dissect my learning. And my journal is a wonderful place where I hold space for myself. It's where I come up with all of my crazy ideas and where I figure out how to make them come to life. It's where I figure out what I want in my life, and it acts kind of like my compass when I'm lost. This month I set a goal of doing a low buy or like no buy month. And it's not that I have any sort of an issue with shopping. I don't really do it excessively, but last month I spent more money on experiences with friends, and I just decided that I wanted to consciously rein in my spending this month. And it's the end of the month, so I can actually tell you that I did a very good job with that. So go me, little pat on the back. But yeah, I love setting financial goals and challenges for myself. I'm somebody who used to not really have any idea what was going on in my financial life, and now I am totally in control of it and very interested in my financial future, which is a really cool change to see. And journaling was a really big part of helping me to get there. So during this journaling session, I discovered that my day-to-day life could be aligning a little bit more closely with my life goals. And so I decided to do my own version of the 75 Hard Challenge, which, to be fair, I don't actually know very much about the original challenge, but here's my version. So I'm spending an hour per day on each of these things: voice, piano, YouTube, my health and fitness, and then any item from my goals board. And this is in addition to my normal work. And the thing with this is that I'm also taking Saturdays completely off, which is new for me. I didn't used to have a day off. So Saturdays are there for me to totally shut down and decompress and try to find a little bit of a work-life balance, rest, and avoid my constant cycle of burnout. And Sunday is also exempt from the 5 hours of these extra things because it is my busiest work day. So I'm on day 5 or so of the challenge, and even though it's really hard, I'm enjoying it. And it's definitely giving me a run for my money, but we all know that I love a challenge. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. It's free and it really helps me out. Alright, that's it for me. Ciao y'all!